Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the Palatial Studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, top of the morning to you and yours. It is Monday, June the 21st, 2021.
You know what today is?
I know what today is. It's the day after Father's Day.
I'm so excited.
I'm glad you're excited because I'm excited as well.
It's time!
Yeah, speaking of time, the time now is officially, let's see here if I could bring up Mr. Clock, 6:07. Mr. Clock, would you certify that, please?
It's now 6:07 a.m.
6:07 a.m. on the Get Up and Go show. It's the day after Father's Day, June 21st, 2021. And the top of the morning to you and yours, Miss Bonnie.
Good morning to you, Evan. Well, it seems like eternity since I've been on these airwaves with you.
Oh, no, it hasn't been.
It feels like it.
Nah, it's just a weekend, extra long weekend for you, a regular weekend for me.
Yeah, I'm missing Friday here too. And hopefully you had a good Father's Day. I'm hoping all the dads had a great one and spending time with family.
What'd you do for Father's Day?
We had an incredible weekend. We just feasted, and thanks to my good friend Sue, she brought over and made pulled pork, a ribeye, filet mignon.
What?
We just
Wait a minute.
It's incredible.
I missed this feast?
And I provided the corn and the mashed potatoes.
Well, that was the easy part.
And I also provided the grilling because they were waiting for me to come home yesterday afternoon to fire up the grill. I had
Okay.
already cleaned it, so everything was prepped.
So can I have Sue come to my house and cook? If she's cooking filet mignon, we need to have a conversation.
And I got to say, she really puts my cooking to shame. She made a coleslaw, Evan, that is like the KFC coleslaw, where
Really?
she had the carrots and the cabbage shredded in those fine granules. And she gave me the secret to what she did. And I suppose I could do it, but
Could you reveal the secret?
I've never tried to make coleslaw on my own before. So she just had this interesting shredder. But, actually, I thought she used the small shredding side. But she said she used the where they had the larger slits in it. I was like, how does that work? Unless she didn't really reveal to me the secret and she gave a white lie.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes chefs will do that where they don't want to reveal their little secrets. So
Yes.
they'll tell you that white lie.
So you went out to eat this weekend.
Well, yesterday we did. We went down to I don't want to, let's just say, how can I put this? I enjoyed the Drive Shack is a place down in West Palm Beach where you go and you, it's like a driving range for golf, but you play games and it's like virtual reality, but you're hitting a real golf ball and you have to try to get the golf ball as close to certain areas as you can.
That sounds like a really cool place.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had a great time. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going any further about anything else. I will just say that we had a great time playing golf.
That's very, very cool. I've never heard of that concept of a restaurant place before, but kind of like a sports restaurant, huh?
Yeah, it's really cool.
TV screens.
It's
with
3 or 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 3 levels. Yeah, it's 3 levels. We were up on the top level.
Yeah, that's incredible. Yeah, but we didn't go out to eat anywhere. Everything was done at home, and thanks to Sue, she made it just taste really wonderful.
Yeah, my boys took me out for Dad's Day. Mom stayed home. And it was Dylan and it was Gavin. And then we met up with, we picked Dylan up at the train station down in West Palm.
Oh, you did? He took the train up from...
Yeah, from Miami.
That's cool.
Yeah, he took the Tri-Rail up. And then his girlfriend was going down to Miami to stay with him from Vero. She's a professional model.
Oh, man.
So
wow.
we went there and she met us at a Drive Shack. And then one of my daughter's police officer friends, Mark, and her girlfriend came by and hung out with us for Father's Day. because Mark's parents had passed away recently, and I didn't want her to be alone for Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
So I invited her with her girlfriend to come and hang out with us at Drive Shack. So they were there as well. So it was and then Haley came by. She was on duty, so her and two of her girlfriends came by,
Nice.
all in police uniform.
Yeah.
Everybody was looking around like, why are the cops surrounding this guy? So I'm
what
like,
did he
hey,
do?
I basically said I had security detail.
Did you duck under the table then?
No, not at all. Not
Kidding.
at all. So Haley came by and spent a little bit, and then she had to leave on a call. So overall, the time at Drive Shack was really nice. We had a great time playing golf.
Did you get any nice Father's Day gifts provided?
Didn't want any at all.
No?
Nope.
No.
Didn't want any at all.
Oh.
Didn't want any at all. I will say, though, that my son Gavin gave me this incredible card that made me cry.
Yeah.
It had some very heart-spoken words
Whoa.
in the card.
Yeah.
And it had a Bible verse in the card. And it was pretty cool. It
Pretty
was very
powerful
cool.
because when Gavin was, I don't know if he purchased it or he made it, but it looks like he put some serious thought into it.
Well, he bought it.
Yeah.
He bought it. He ran to the store and he bought it. And he got me, which I thought was very cute. He got me a cookies and cream cupcake as well to go with the card, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He went to go get all this after we got out of church yesterday. Oh my gosh, service at church was the most amazing thing yesterday.
Was it packed with a lot of people?
Yeah.
Were there a lot of dads at church?
It was a Father's Day theme. So we had all sorts of sports cars parked all around the church. They had Ferraris and Jaguars, and they had a beef jerky bar. and
now, did the dads dress up fancy and classy like in the olden days when I have the old pictures of like maybe my grandparents and maybe mom and dad back when they used to go to church and how fancy they would get dressed up for Sunday.
The way you see what I'm wearing today is exactly the way what people were wearing yesterday for church.
And you can see it far away. That's a bright orange that you're wearing.
Yep.
Yes.
I
mean, I'm glad you wore it.
The battery pack is attached to it. So it stays lit 24/7.
It looks like there would be a battery pack of some sort in that. And it's Nike too. So, that's a good one.
Of course.
And it's a good thing you wore it so I can see you, because it's like I need my glasses this morning and put on my readers and I can see it even better.
So what else was I gonna say? So that was really about it. The weekend was pretty relaxing. Didn't really do all that much. Just kind of chilled out and
relaxing, right?
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to just relax. Went to church, then came home, spent a few hours at the house, got in the car, drove to West Palm, did the Drive Shack thing, got home, and was in bed by like 9 o'clock.
Sounds busy enough though. And 9 o'clock is a great, time to get into bed.
Yeah.
I think I was there sleeping too, right around 8:30, 9 o'clock too.
I had a weird dream last night though.
Yeah.
Very, very strange dream.
Who was in it?
Well, it was not a matter of who was in it. I had left to go do a wedding, and the wedding was all the way north. And as I was halfway there, I realized that I left my laptop back at the house.
Oh,
that all the music in it.
Oh, that's a crushing.
Yeah.
And you wake up.
So I had to do a U-turn Laverne.
You wake up thinking, thank goodness it was a dream.
Yeah. And then I woke up and realized, I was only dreaming.
Oh, yeah. I have those dreams still about working like a long, long time ago, leaving something out, or I have dreams about disc jockeying, like with the records and the old records we used to spin. And I just have a dream about that record running out and maybe me falling asleep at the board and the needle going round and round and round.
G and I
used
to play records at the radio station down in West Palm Beach on Up the Grove Lane that we talk about all the time.
Yes, that lane that seriously, that was a hard one to go down and probably a hard one to find at the time.
Yeah, it was just a little shack. That's really what it was. It was just like a shack.
Wow.
We used to have these celebrities come on the air with me all the time when I was doing my night show from 7 to midnight, my mix show. And the celebrities would be like, where is this guy taking us to?
Were they being were the celebrities being
Yeah, they were in
chauffeured
limousines.
by-
Yeah, they were in limousines
Oh.
and fancy cars and stuff like that. And I explained to them, like when I would talk to them on the phone, like where this, where the studio was
Yeah.
and where it's going to be. And when they would come down the dirt road, you could see the headlights from the studio coming down the dirt road, and we'd always know when somebody was there.
I would be having nightmares still about that. That sounds kind of spooky.
Yeah, it definitely, it definitely was, because
Car lights and
we always kept the door locked.
yeah.
Because you never know who was going to show up. Could be a homeless person for all we know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So they'd come knocking on the door, and we'd let them in, and they're like, "This is a radio station?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is a radio station." "Is this WPOM?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is WPOM."
Did you bring him inside and show him the equipment and say, "Does it look like a radio station to you?"
Well, I don't know if I would say that to them. I didn't want to
Okay.
be a smart aleck
Smart.
or anything like that. But they came in, and then they saw like it was, for real and everything.
Yeah.
So we did our thing, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, working at that station back in the day was an adventure.
And you learned to keep your doors locked at night.
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
I was like the last. Well, I wasn't the last one out of it, because back in the day when I was working there, we actually had DJs on the air 24 hours a day.
The overnight DJ.
You had
Did you
the
ever
overnight.
did you ever do an overnight
Yeah.
DJ?
I used to, when I worked at
Oh.
WRMF. Funny story happened. When I worked at WRMF and I got hired on to do midnights, which is midnight to 6 a.m. So part of your responsibility is you got to pull the news for the morning show guy and a
Yeah.
bunch of other things. So on my first night on the job, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And the Scott Studio system, it's non-existent anymore. But, you and I both worked on Scott Studios at the coast.
It was actually a good system.
Yeah, it was really
I
good.
liked it.
It was really good. It's non-existent anymore. But so I was working, and all of a sudden, as I was going into my stop set, the whole system started firing off by itself. And it was just firing element after element, and the hotkeys were going off by themselves.
And this was on your very first night.
first night.
It
And
was the ghost of the radio
I could
station.
not figure out for the life of me what the heck was going on. So I called my program director, and I'm like, "Hey," "I got a problem." He said, "Well, I kind of figured you'd be calling me anyway." And he asked me, he goes, "What's wrong?" And I says, "Well, everything's firing off all on its own." I says, "I haven't done anything." Now, the monitor is about from here to where my laptop is.
Mm-hmm. That's so,
So-
you got about 3 feet there between you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what had happened was, it's a touch screen. So anything that touches the screen sets off the different buttons. So as you know, when we speak and we speak loudly, sometimes you tend to spit a little bit.
Yes, a little
So-
spitfire.
So I had
Yeah.
some spitfire action on the monitor. So he says to me, he goes, "Turn the monitor off." He says, "Get a paper towel, wipe off the monitor, turn it on, and everything will stop firing." So sure enough, I did that, and everything just stopped firing.
Cleared up.
And then
yeah.
he says to me, he goes, "You spit on the monitor," is what happened. I'm like, "Oh, gee, thanks for telling me that."
Well, then you could go on to know that monitor was going to be that touchy. And,
Yeah.
But it sounded like he was a pretty good guy explaining
was
it to
pretty
you.
cool.
And it sounds like he wasn't touchy about it.
No, he was
Your
pretty
first
cool.
night and
He knew
everything.
it was my first night doing overnight, so
Yes.
he was pretty cool about it. So what I did was I moved the monitor from in front of me. I moved it kind of like, because it was on like a pole, you could move it around.
Oh, yeah.
So I moved it off to the side is
Uh-huh.
what I did, and that alleviated that problem. So no more spitting on the monitor.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. So it is 6:21 on the Get Up and Go show on a Monday. It's the Monday edition of the program. It's time for news, all brought to you by Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield helping families take control of your health for more than 75 years. Here's Bonnie with the headlines.
Well, good morning. Martin County Sheriff William Snyder is prepared to send his 2 rapid deployment teams to Texas and Arizona. Snyder agreed after Governor Ron DeSantis' office called him to assist. The governors in Texas and Arizona asked for additional resources to help patrol the border with Mexico. Snyder told WPTV's Matt Cessny on To the Point that the decision was simple, noting that when he asked for help from the governor's office, they offer any resources needed. The sheriff said that he has no exact details, but reiterated his deputies are ready to help. He also doesn't believe Martin County taxpayers will have to foot the bill to send the deputies to the border. During his news conference, DeSantis cited a recent arrest of an illegal immigrant in the rape of an 82-year-old woman. Snyder said that case wasn't a factor in his decision to help. DeSantis blamed the administration of President Joe Biden for the troubles. But when it comes to policy, Snyder said he will leave it to others to decide the best way. He also said he respects the opinion of those who say the deputies shouldn't go to the border. Snyder said he believes all 40 members of the rapid deployment teams would volunteer to go to Texas or Arizona if asked. Police are releasing new information on the crash in Saturday night's Pride Parade in South Florida that killed one person and injured another.
The report by Fort Lauderdale Police says both the 77-year-old driver and the victims were members of the Fort Lauderdale Gay Men's Chorus. The driver's health issues kept him from walking the parade route, so he was put behind the wheel of the lead pickup truck in Wilton Manors. Police say the truck suddenly accelerated, striking the 2 victims before hitting a fence. Fort Lauderdale Mayor Dean Trantalis walked back earlier comments, calling the crash an act of terrorism. I'm Gordon Bird.
One man was killed and another critically injured after being struck by a vehicle early Sunday morning in Stuart, according to the Florida Highway Patrol. The crash occurred at 4:18 a.m. on the southbound lanes of U.S. Highway 1 near Hawley Street. FHP said 2 men from Guatemala, ages 28 and 31, were struck by a pickup truck traveling south in the right lane on US 1 just north of Hawley Street. Officials said the men crossed the street in front of the pickup truck driven by a 30-year-old Stuart woman. One man was projected onto the right lane of US 1 and the other landed on the bicycle lane. According to FHP, the driver made a controlled full stop on the outside paved emergency shoulder facing south. The 28-year-old man was transported to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. The 31-year-old man suffered critical injuries, but it's not clear where he was hospitalized. FHP said the crash is pending investigation. Health officials explore COVID-19 booster vaccine shots as Delta variant spreads.
Let me say that again. 300 million shots in arms in under 150 days. That's an important milestone.
As increasing numbers of Americans are vaccinated for COVID-19, health officials are exploring whether they'll need booster shots in the future.
So we want to be ahead of this booster question. We're making plans now, should we need them soon, but we're actually actively looking at the science. This will be a topic of next week's advisory committee to the immunization practices panel next week at CDC.
News of these plans come as health officials warn of a highly contagious virus mutation known as the Delta variant. It has already caused widespread infections and deaths in India and is spreading rapidly in the UK and elsewhere.
The Delta variant is well on its way to becoming the dominant variant globally because of its significantly increased transmission.
In response to mounting cases, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced that plans to relax COVID-19 restrictions will now be delayed for 4 weeks.
I think it is sensible to wait just a little longer.
In Russia, a new daily infection record in Moscow has been attributed to the Delta variant. That's prompting a new round of COVID-19 restrictions for the city. Meanwhile, in South America, funeral workers in Colombia can't keep up with the newly spiking death rates. Nearly 600 people died there on Thursday alone. And in Argentina, doctors are protesting government rollbacks and pandemic restrictions. They say the risk is too great because deaths and hospital admissions are surging again. For Newsy, I'm Meg Hilling.
Well, lastly, Bob Seger said he can't imagine hitting the concert road again following the loss of close friend and saxophonist Elto Reed. Speaking on a new Sirius XM program marking the 45th anniversary of his Live Bullet and Night Moves albums, Seger choked up as he recounted the phone call from the longtime Silver Bullet band player, revealing he had colon cancer. Reed died December 30th at age 72. I listened really hard to him, Seger said, and he said how grateful I am for my wonderful life. I thought that was so beautiful, and I thought he was so brave. I don't think I could go out on tour without him, according to Bob Seger. It was the Milwaukee Bucks that prevailed over the New York Nets in spite of Kevin Durant's 48-point night. The final score, 115 to 111 in overtime. The Bucks will face the Atlanta Hawks for the Eastern title. News time is 6:27. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
6:28 on the Get Up and Go show. It's the Monday edition with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, it's a good Monday morning out on the roads, and we're not finding any accidents to report through our counties. St. Lucie County, Martin County, everything is looking good and clear right here. And there's your latest look at traffic. In Stewart, it's 76. In Quebec City, Canada, it's 61. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Monday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 90s, a mix of sun and clouds, and a 50% chance for scattered late-day showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s with a 40% chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday through Friday, hot and humid weather continues. Highs in the upper 80s, feeling like the mid-90s with that humidity. We'll see morning coastal showers followed by afternoon inland showers and thunderstorms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
As a public health official and a scientist, you're really attacking not only Dr. Anthony Fauci, you're attacking science.
My name is Dr. Fauci, but you can call me Anthony. People like to say I'm part of the bureaucracy. I'm a man of science, and I expect compliance with the people at the CDC.
6:32 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Monday morning edition. That's a parody song of Thomas Dolby's Science. It's called Attack on Science, Bonnie.
Yeah, not too shabby, but that singer was no Thomas Dolby.
No, definitely not. I think Thomas Dolby was one of those one-hit wonders, wasn't he?
I'm pretty sure he was very popular with the video with the lady with the long black hair. She looked very librarian in the song and the glasses.
I used to love when he used to go, Science!
Yes.
Science!
And that little, it
Science!
would have that crescendo, that echo in there.
Yeah. Let's do some viral videos. So I got two for you this morning, and this one is a shocker. Yeah, it's a shocker, all right. A TikTok user filmed herself testing her dog's shock collar.
Why would she want to do that?
Well, I guess she's into all that stuff.
Wow.
She calls level 3 very weak. She kicks it up to level 30, and she still calls it weak. So she cranks it all the way up to level 99, and you're going to hear what happened. Here we go.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, that's a commercial. Darn it. It does that all the
You
time.
gotta have a commercial before that one. People just want to see this
And
one.
it's crazy because it was set up to play the video, and then when you hit play, the stupid commercial comes on. All right, so here we go.
Collar for my dog. I asked you guys not to try this. It's not something that you guys should be doing at all. At all. Don't see how it works,
There's
so I'm going to try
a lot
it
of
on myself.
profanities, but it
Do not
bleeds.
attempt. Do not. I'm about to put it on. Hold on. It's on level 3. Let's see what that does. Weak. It's on level 30 now. Weak.
Does she have it around her
honestly,
neck?
this thing is kind of weak. I'm not going to lie. So I cranked it all the way up to level 99. So I'm going to see if that really does anything. So I'm going to just go ahead and try to get...
Oh, yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's lucky she didn't die.
That's no joke.
Yeah.
That is no joke. Shock collar.
Yeah, that's just a ridiculous thing to do.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That is no joke.
Ugh.
That's how they use they use that for training dogs.
Yeah,
But 99, that's like sticking your finger in a light socket.
that's ridiculous.
That's yeah, that's stupidity at its best right there.
I would say.
Yeah, that one gets nominated for a Stupido award.
And I wonder
at
if
the
she
end of the
was
year.
drinking. I was going to say she looks sober enough, but you wonder if
Yeah.
she had a few nips before.
Well, there's a woman who also tried to do pull-ups with a 55-pound weight strapped to her waist.
Whoa.
And it's dangling between her legs. But her kids are really confused because one of them asks, well, just listen. Okay, here we go.
Wait, are you taking that up in your private part?
No, honey. What, bull? Okay.
So see, you have to understand the visual behind this.
Oh, you're doing it. You're doing it.
So you have to understand the visual, okay? So she is standing there with her back to her kid, and there's a 55-pound weight that's wrapped around her waist.
Her waist,
and
but
then
the
it comes
string is
through
going
the middle. The string is dangling down
right
between
down
her
the middle.
legs.
Yeah.
And on on that string is that 55-pound weight. So all these kids see is this thing hanging
straight down from her, what could
yeah,
be a
her private
part.
parts. Exactly. So the kid says, "Are you lifting that with your private parts?"
But that's what the kids had for the visual.
Yeah,
That's
that was the visual.
what I want to know is, did she do the pull up?
She did.
She did.
Oh yeah.
What a
she did.
That's some powerful strength right there.
She did the pull up. She did the pull up and down, and
honestly,
and she
that's
made it all the
amazing.
way through. Yeah, I was pretty impressive, I'll say.
Yes. There's that TikTok video too going on, Evan, of a girl making some tea, but I guess what she's really making is lettuce water that's like a tea, and it's supposed to help you sleep.
Yeah, I think I saw that, and I was going to play it, but there's some not nice words in there.
Just
I'll
explaining
let you
it.
describe it.
Yeah, well, instead of a tea bag, you shove some iceberg lettuce into a cup.
Right.
And pour hot water into
Right.
it. Let it seep in there for about 10 minutes. You
Yeah.
can add a peppermint tea bag too if you want
Uh-huh.
it for taste. And
Yeah.
supposedly it helps you sleep nicely.
Yeah,
So-
when I played that video to preview it and I heard it, I'm
Yeah?
like, "Oh no, we can't. We definitely aren't airing that one."
Who would be swearing right
No.
before they want to go to sleep?
Well,
Maybe somebody who can't get to sleep.
when you taste something that's very nasty,
yeah.
yeah, the swearing comes out.
That iceberg lettuce mixed with the water, that would taste kind of nasty, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
But you know what? Actually, next time I can't get to sleep, I might want to try it.
I'm going to stick to my melatonin.
Okay.
That's all I got to say. Hey, did you know that 27% of Americans have gone to at least one destination wedding in their lifetime? Have you ever been to a destination wedding?
I haven't. I can't say that I have.
Okay. All right. I never have been to a destination wedding.
Yeah.
Did you know that 21% of us don't wash our hands after changing a diaper?
Ooh,
Now,
yikes.
Bonnie, have you ever changed a diaper in your lifetime?
Huh.
Think about for a minute.
Yeah, you know,
niece or nephew.
I don't think I have.
Never
because
have?
I've been the youngest born in my family.
Okay.
And then by
None
the
of your
time
friends or anything like that. None of your friends' kids, babies.
even when my nieces and nephews were little babies in northern Wisconsin, I had
Okay.
moved away.
Okay.
I've never had to deal with it.
Wow.
Not that
I've
it's
changed
bad
lots
to
of
deal with
diapers in
it,
my
but
days.
yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, a whole boatload.
Well, that's good because it sounds like you helped out your wife a whole lot. If-
Somewhat to somewhat extent.
Yeah.
Yes. Somewhat extent.
because sometimes you got to get up and change that, like, don't you, in the middle of the night or like 3 a.m. when the baby's crying?
Yeah, when the baby's crying, yeah, because
Yeah.
the baby's wet. They know, they're like, please change me, Dad.
Yeah, and you're just gonna like give up your sleep to make sure they're comfortable.
Yeah, definitely so. Did you know that experts say that if you have a child between 2 and 5 years old, there is a 40% chance they already know their home address?
Between 2 and 5.
Yep, they already
Yeah.
know their home address.
And they should know it, right?
Right,
Isn't
you should
that-
teach your child
Yeah.
to learn their home address. That's one of the first things you should teach.
That's
is the
right.
home address and cell phone numbers. Very important because God forbid something should ever happen. The child knows exactly who to call or where to go.
Yep, that's a good thought.
So they can call themselves an Uber. Did you know that 19% of us feel guilty about regifting, but most of us do it anyway? So, Bonnie, have you ever regifted a gift?
Yeah, I think I have.
I'm guilty. 10 times over.
Yeah.
Especially at the holiday time when people and I know I'm going to catch so much flack for this.
You're gonna reveal.
Yeah, I'm going to reveal. When people bring over bottles of wine, that is probably one of the most regifted items
Oh yeah,
out there because Rachel and I don't drink wine.
they should. But you might have some people that come over that just might not know, like
Mhm.
around Christmas time or something.
We gladly accept the bottle of wine
Yeah.
and then it'll sit on the shelf for months.
Oh yeah.
And then some event is coming up that Rachel and I have to go to. So we'll just wrap it up and re-gift it to somebody else.
Yeah, I've done that. I think with my girlfriend is an Avon lady,
Mhm.
and I think she's giving me some Avon before, where I might have an extra bottle of my Imari elixir, and then if I have too much of it, I regift it.
Oh, wait, I think the Avon lady's here. Avon calling. Did you know that people who own an umbrella replace them about every 2.5 years on average
Hmm.
because they're either lost, stolen,
Stolen.
or broken.
Yeah.
You ever lost an umbrella?
No, I rarely do I use an umbrella.
Now you're going to think I'm really whack on this one.
Yeah.
I keep 2 umbrellas in my car.
Do you really now?
Yeah, I have 2.
That's
I keep 2 at all times.
unusual, isn't it?
Well, I keep one for the driver, and if I have somebody as a passenger, like the wife or a friend or Gavin or somebody, I have the umbrella for the other person.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I like that.
This way, everybody gets their own umbrella.
But yeah, especially in the rainy season, like the rainy season's
now.
kind of here, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Did you know that a study suggests that if you have a sense of humor, you could live 8 to 10 years longer than other people?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So it looks like I'm
yeah.
going to be extending my life for 8 to 10 more years.
That could be.
That's
and
a good thing.
It's good for it's actually good for cells and cell growth. I
Mhm.
think if you have a good sense of humor and you're
Oh,
kind
for
of
sure.
light and, not ornery. If you're feeling ornery all the time, your body's going to react in that
Yep.
ornery sort of way.
Did you know while shopping, close to 15% of us have admitted to accidentally attempting to get in the wrong vehicle in the parking lot? So, Bonnie, I've done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have definitely done this before. I've gone out to the parking lot and there's been a vehicle that looked identical to my SUV.
Oh, sure.
And I tried to get in it and it just didn't work. You ever done that before?
I can't say that I have.
Now, when your
Um,
Mustang was drivable back in the day, before
Yeah.
you got your car, there's no other vehicle that could look like that in a parking lot.
It kind of sticks out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've lost my vehicle before, though, where I couldn't find it because, say, like if you go to the mall,
Mm-hmm.
driving the Mustang one day, and I think it might have been the Dillard's area,
Mm-hmm.
or was it the J.C. Penney area?
Okay.
Anyhow, they've got like 3 different parking lots
Right.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in one area of the store, and then I came out of another area. I
Couldn't
came out
find
of
your
the
car.
wrong area, and I'm thinking, wow, where's my car? Did somebody steal the car?
Where's the big banana on wheels? Right?
Yes.
And you're looking for the bright yellow.
Yeah, you
And there's no bright yellow.
think like you're losing your mind
You
or something.
panic and you wonder, wait a minute, where'd it go?
And that's why from now on, if I go into a department store like that,
Yeah.
I make sure I look at my whereabouts in the
Mhm.
entrance. Like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm coming in to the men's section,
Mhm.
or this is the ladies section right here. I got to remember I came past these items.
They have an app for your cell phone
Yes.
that you can download. It's free, of course. And it lets you mark where your vehicle is in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah.
So this way, when you're going back to your car, it's like a GPS. It'll take you right to your car.
People should have that because
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing. A friend of mine picking me up from the airport one time too,
Mhm.
West Palm Beach.
Mhm.
Kind of, we got mixed up with the floor that he parked on.
Mhm.
That the airport floor.
Oh,
in
the
the parking garage.
yeah, the bottom. Well, the bottom floor is well, it depends if you're parking or if you're just driving through. But the bottom floor is for pickup for passengers coming in, and the top floor is for the departures.
Yeah, we couldn't find his vehicle. It took us a while.
That's a big parking garage too.
Yeah.
So the other thing you could do is just hit the panic button on your remote control, and then the horn starts going off.
Oh, right. Maybe.
And
yeah.
then what's even worse is when the horn starts going off and you know where your car is, and then you try to turn it off, it won't turn off.
Oh, yeah.
And
then
it just keeps
then
going
you're
and going and going.
waking up the neighborhood.
Well, that, and you drain your battery, and then you got a dead battery, and you got to call AAA, and they got to come out and jump your car.
And the passengers coming in on that plane can hear it too.
Exactly. Probably
So-
way out on the tarmac.
Yes.
Did you know that the average woman stays in her PJs all day long at least 3 times a year? Now,
Mm.
are you one of those people that'll do that at
I-
least 3 times a year?
I used to do it once in a while, but I can't say even in the last 10 years, I can't remember doing that.
Mhm.
I don't have time to lounge in my PJs all day.
Okay.
I just, no.
You stay busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know 40% of couples save their important conversations for when they're driving in the car? When they're I beg to differ with that. And the
Oh.
reason being is, I'll explain to you why. The reason I would not save my important conversation for the car is because, let's just say, God forbid, that important conversation gets a little heated. Now that important conversation gets into an argument and you're driving 75
Yeah.
miles an hour down the street.
Yeah, and I'm sure
That's
it
not good.
happens. I'm sure it happens too.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. It's 6:46 right now. Time for news once again, all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on any type of precious metal, please make sure and go visit Hawk Levy and tell them that Evan and Bonnie sent you at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie with the headlines.
Thanks, Evan. Martin County Sheriff William Snyder is prepared to send his 2 rapid deployment teams to Texas and Arizona. Snyder agreed after Governor Ron DeSantis' office called him to assist. The governors in Texas and Arizona asked for additional resources to help patrol the border with Mexico. Snyder told WPTV's Matt Cessny on To the Point that the decision was simple, noting that when he asked for help from the governor's office, they offer any resources needed. The sheriff said that he has no exact details, but reiterated his deputies are ready to help. He also doesn't believe Martin County taxpayers will have to foot the bill to send the deputies to the border. Despite a deadly COVID outbreak, a government building in the Tampa Bay area is ditching mask rules.
Face masks will be optional starting today at the Manatee County Administration Building. Last week, several COVID cases were found among county employees, including 2 who died. But County Administrator Scott Hopes said the outbreak only impacted people who were not vaccinated. Meantime, social distancing and mask rules are going away effective today at all courthouses in Polk County. I'm Gordon Bird.
Tropical Depression Claudette has claimed 12 lives in Alabama as the storm swept across the southeastern U.S., causing flash flooding and spurring tornadoes that destroyed dozens of homes. 10 people, including 9 children, were killed in a fiery multi-vehicle crash Saturday, according to Butler County Coroner Wayne Garlock, who said the vehicles likely hydroplaned on wet roads. 8 of the dead were associated with the Alabama Sheriff's youth ranches. Multiple people were also injured. Meanwhile, a 24-year-old man and a 3-year-old boy were killed when a tree fell on their house in Tuscaloosa. The deaths occurred as drenching rains pelted much of northern Alabama and Georgia. A tropical storm warning was in effect Sunday in North Carolina. The Lion Country Safari celebrated World Giraffe Day on the longest day of the year, June 20, to raise awareness for conservation in the wild. The event featured special keeper chats, crafts, educational displays, and a raffle, besides other fun activities.
A lot of times when we look at giraffes and we see them on TV or under human care in a zoological facility, we think that they are just one species and that they're doing well. So that's actually what we classify as a silent extinction for the giraffe, because a lot of times we don't think about them as individual species declining.
A fun fact, the giraffe has 7 vertebrae in their necks, just like we humans. 6 prisoners are injured after a crash in Marion County. The Florida Highway Patrol says the inmates were in a transfer van that was rear-ended by a box truck yesterday morning on I-75. A test conducted by the Navy is responsible for an earthquake off the Florida coast. The Navy detonated thousands of pounds of explosives Friday afternoon, about 100 miles from the Atlantic coast. The Navy says the explosion led to a 3.9 magnitude earthquake, but no injuries were reported. Lastly, members of President Joe Biden's family are mourning the loss of their German Shepherd Champ, who died peacefully at home, the president and first lady said in a statement Saturday. He was our constant, cherished companion during the last 13 years and was adored by the entire Biden family, Biden and First Lady Jill Biden said. The Bidens got Champ as a puppy in 2008, shortly before they moved into the vice president's official residence at the Naval Observatory. The president said he drew inspiration for his name from his father, who would tell him, "Anytime you get knocked down, Champ, get up." At Tampa, the Lightning are looking to regain the edge in their NHL playoff series against the Islanders.
With the Stanley Cup semifinal matchup between the Tampa Bay Lightning and New York Islanders all tied up at 2 games apiece, the series shifts back to Tampa for Game 5 tonight, and Lightning center Tyler Johnson says,
Well, now it's best of three. I try to learn from our mistakes, be ready to play a full 60 minutes. You get that home ice back, and, we got to use it to our advantage.
It's Game 5 between the Lightning and New York Islanders coming up from Tampa tonight. I'm Jason Barringer.
Well, our news time 6:51, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
$6:52 right now on the Get Up and Go show on a Monday with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Well, we do see an accident. This is to the south of us. It's on I-95 northbound at Indiantown Road in Jupiter. It's a vehicle crash with injuries there. There's not any roadblock from that accident. And if you're heading down there, you might see some activity in that northbound lane. Other areas, expect a good ride in Martin County, throughout St. Lucie County this morning. Major highways are looking good and clear. There's your latest look at traffic. It's 74 in Port St. Lucie, and in Hershey, Pennsylvania, partly cloudy, 71. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Monday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 90s, a mix of sun and clouds, and a 50% chance for scattered late-day showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s with a 40% chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday through Friday, hot and humid weather continues. Highs in the upper 80s, feeling like the mid 90s with that humidity. We'll see morning coastal showers followed by afternoon inland showers and thunderstorms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email. WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
6:58 is the time right now on the Get Up and Go show. It is the post-Father's Day edition of the program. It is a Monday. We're back in the saddle, and we're here with you all the way until 9 a.m. with some of the best information, of course, news that you can use with information for you right here on WSTU, Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. So, Bonnie, hour number 2 and hour number 3, Dr. John Millay is going to be here from the Martin County School System. He is the superintendent. He'll be giving us an update as well coming up in the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, we missed him and his beautiful bow ties last week.
I actually thought of him on Friday when I came up here to do the Priest and the Rabbi show. I stopped at the bagel place, and I know that he usually goes in there and picks up bagels for us when he comes here, so I thought of him. So I got my I got a ham, egg, and cheese on a toasted garlic bagel with a chocolate milk. Oh, it was so good.
You're making us all hungry now,
It was
Evan.
good.
You see what you did?
Yeah, it was
Starving now.
Anyway, folks, don't go anywhere. News is coming up next, and then we'll be back.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Madam Announcer. It is June the 21st, 2021, and it's a Monday. We're back in the saddle.
Push the button! Push the button!
I am pushing the button. You don't need to tell me anything else.
There's something wrong with you. You're certainly not very good.
Well, I beg to differ there, Mr. President.
Listen, this is the way it is.
I know it's the way it is, without a doubt. It's always the way it is. You're not the president anymore. Hey, it's 7:07 on the Get Up and Go show. Mr. Clock, would you certify that, please?
It's now 7:07 a.m.
And a top of the morning to you, Miss Bonnie. How are you and yours in this hour number 2?
I can't say I've never been feeling better. I feel so much better today. Just to remind the listeners what happened to me on Thursday night, why I didn't show up on Friday morning.
Oh boy, you're going to tell the whole story?
Yeah, I can just. I didn't
want to allude to anything.
No, that's okay.
You know, I don't want to say anything out of text to embarrass anybody.
No, don't.
The floor is all yours.
So I had 2 more massages to do on Thursday night between 8 and 10. I'm feeling very tired. Plus, I have a headache. So first off, I drink some Bang, the energy drink.
Okay.
It was cotton candy, by the way, and it tasted oh so good. And I never drink a full can of soda even. I drank a half a can of this.
I added some Zen music to this because this is a Zen story.
And then aspirin on top of it to get rid of the headache. Lo and behold, I didn't know you shouldn't mix aspirin with an energy drink. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And so my stomach went haywire. And you can imagine, like about 11:30, I text Evan and say, I'm not going to be on the morning show.
Well, here's the theory behind that. Like I was explaining to you earlier off air. One of those 2 things is made to bring you up. Okay, it's made to energize you. The other thing is made to bring something down, like a temperature, a fever,
well, it's
a pain.
Basically NSAID, for temperature and fever.
Yeah.
So I guess NSAID doesn't mix with energy drinks. Did not know that.
Lesson learned. Next time, you won't be banging an aspirin. No pun intended there.
And have you ever driven home on the turnpike? And
don't even go there.
You know, when you're feeling it,
go there.
You're just feeling it. I get on the turnpike too on Thursday evening thinking I want to get home fast.
Yeah,
I've been feeling sick tonight.
Yeah, you're getting that urge.
So then on the turnpike northbound, what are the chances on a Thursday night at after 10 they will be rocking and rolling with blocking off the whole turnpike headed north to Fort Pierce, and everybody has to divert to the Port St. Lucie exit.
And poor Bonnie is like legs crossed, and she is about ready to go. And boy,
that was a terrible time.
Did you do like the curly shuffle running in? Or the O.J. Simpson like running through the front door? Like, Gary, get out of my way.
Yeah. And then you get that excitability about it when you're only 2 blocks away from the house. And it's even worse. 2 blocks away and they seem like the longest blocks, even longer than when I was on the turnpike.
2 blocks away, and the guy in front of you decides to go 15 miles an hour.
Oh yeah.
And there's no passing on a 2-lane road.
Oh boy. Yeah. Have you ever been caught in traffic feeling under the weather?
All the time.
Yeah. Ooh.
All the time.
It's not a fun.
I carry in my vehicle a roll of toilet paper with me at all times. So if I should ever have to pull off the road and run into the bushes and just have at it, you know what? I've got that roll of toilet paper with me at all times.
It's pretty amazing. And the size truck that you have, Evan, I'm surprised you don't have a little locked off like the airplane does.
Well, they do make now, I will tell you this much.
Yeah.
Okay, because I have a trailer hitch.
Tell me about something exciting and new.
I'm going to. In fact, I'm gonna show this to you.
Okay.
Um
Is a trailer hitch required? for this?
Yes.
And can we order it on Amazon?
Yes. Okay. So here it is right here. I'll show it to you. It's $579. Okay. It's loading up, and there it is right there. Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. Hold on. That was the wrong thing. Let me find it.
That looked like a blender or something.
No. I got to find it. Here it is. Okay. Let me find it here. It hooks up to your trailer hitch, and it's a portable outhouse.
Whoa,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, it's a portable outhouse.
So I could imagine people that go camping might buy this sort of thing. Maybe.
They also call it a bumper dumper. They call it a bumper
Wow.
dumper. See it right there? It is right there. Look. There it is. Look. See it? It's a bumper dumper. It goes right on your trailer hitch. It's everything. It's got the seat. It's got the little holder for the toilet paper. It's got the little bucket with the
Yeah.
bag to catch your business.
And it's right there on the bumper of your vehicle.
Yeah, there's another picture of it right there.
It looks very hillbilly.
That's because it is. And you can buy this on Amazon. You can buy the bumper dumper on Amazon. It is on Amazon as we speak.
And just think of the looks you would get if you actually rolled down the highway with that, with somebody sitting on the toilet.
Well,
in the
they make another device that hooks up to it that has a pole that goes up and it encloses.
Oh man.
So you get a little bit of privacy.
Get a little bit of a privacy and maybe a seatbelt that straps you in.
Yeah, it's called the bumper dumper. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Here it is. Here it is right here. There's your privacy tent for the bumper dumper right there. So there you go, Bonnie.
Well,
see, there's everything's available on Amazon.
Everything, they're coming out with everything nowadays, right? And it would be good to have, like, if you are out camping and that little shield so the other campers can't see you.
Yep. I know what I'm going to buy you for Christmas this year. A bumper dumper.
Oh, don't worry. I won't be enjoying any Bang and aspirin anytime soon.
I hope not. It's time for birthdays, anniversaries back in the day on this June 21st, 2021. Bonnie, what do you got for me?
I don't have any birthdays.
No?
I don't today.
Nobody?
Happy
Wow.
birthday if you're celebrating, I guess. And lucky you for,
Okay.
like, what is it, the first or second day of summer here?
Right.
To have a birthday in the nice summertime.
Wow, amazing. Well, in two more days, I get to start my my month ahead birthday wishes to the wife, like I did last year.
Oh,
Remember I did
yes.
that?
Oh, yeah.
Like every day right up until July 23rd.
Hers, like, is it's in July.
Yeah, July
Oh, that's
23rd.
coming up fast.
Yep, July 23rd. I wonder what day her birthday falls on this year. Let me look real quick here. June. I gotta hit this button and this button. And July 23rd. Oh, it falls on a Friday.
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
So you'll have to go for, like, a Friday night fish fry
Yeah.
or something.
And I have a note in my calendar. It says coming back from our cruise. So that was the week we were supposed to leave on the 19th.
Oh, are
On
you
the
going to
cruise.
cruise this year?
No
Oh,
cruising this year.
okay.
We were supposed to leave July 19th to go on our cruise on Royal Caribbean and come back on the 23rd. But because of COVID, we canceled everything. Yeah.
Yeah, like so many other people have. And I still have airline tickets I could enjoy. They're like those comp tickets. I ordered them right before the COVID-19 and then I couldn't fly. I am just hoping that, it says, oh, good, you can use them by 2022. I, like many other airline passengers, are considering, don't even put a date on when these expire. Just let them roll throughout
Is there
centuries.
an expiration date on them?
Or give me my money back.
Is there an expiration date on them?
2022 is what they said. Use these through 2022. Now.
Okay, so you have all the way through all of next year to use them.
I believe so.
I'm sure you'll fly
I don't know.
between now and
Yeah.
the end of next year.
I don't know. It's kind of like hard to make those vacation plans, when
True.
because usually we go to DeLand, we go here and there, and it's hard to make the plan sometime.
You could always sell them.
Yeah.
Unless they're proprietary to your name.
Yeah, I had a hard time though getting a hold of the airlines and getting those tickets refunded before.
Are they digital tickets or do you actually have the hard coupons in your hand?
Digital. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very
So
good.
I'm sure it's just going to be a matter of I might call the airline and say just refund my money. you know.
Good luck.
Had you already paid for a cruise before you decided not to go on a cruise?
We gave a deposit and
Yeah.
we got our money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our money back with no questions asked at all whatsoever.
Well, that was good of the cruise line to do that then.
Yeah,
And
they stepped up to the plate, which
Yes.
is nice. Natalie Ellen Lind is 22 years old today. That's Danielle on Big Sky. Rebecca Black is 24. That's the Friday singer. Lana Del Rey. That's a name we recognize. 36 years old. Lana Del Rey is 36 years old.
I've recognized the name, but honestly, I don't know her.
Some of the things that she was involved in is West Coast Summertime Sadness, Born to Die, Blue Jeans. Sharna Burgess
Wow,
is 36 from Dancing with the Stars.
I got to say, Lana Del Rey, I don't know what she has done, but wow, is she pretty. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady.
Chris Allen is 36 years old today. That's the winner of season 8 of American Idol. He beat out Adam Lambert, and his first official single was No Boundaries.
See, I know Adam Lambert.
Right.
Of course, he was in there for Queen. I
Yep.
think he toured with Queen.
Yeah.
And he's become so well known. I did not know who's that other name of American Idol that year. I just know Adam Lambert
Chris Allen.
from that season.
Chris Allen.
Yeah, I don't even know what Chris Allen did.
Probably not a lot of other people did either.
Wow.
Believe it or
But
not.
because Adam Lambert, I think he's done even like Broadway and he's got like a really powerful voice.
It's crazy that the runners-up at American Idol are the ones that usually get more of the recognition than the actual winners.
Yeah, we've seen that before. It doesn't just because you win doesn't always mean you're going to outperform the second, even third, or even fifth runner-up. Who
Now,
is it? Hudson?
there's an exception. You got Carrie Underwood. She's just a mega country music star now.
Oh yeah, and
She won.
the black girl too was her name Hudson from Chicago.
I can't think of her first name.
Why can't I think of it? And it's not Kate Hudson.
No.
I think Hudson is her last name.
Yeah, I'm sure if you Google it, put Hudson American
Jennifer
Idol. Jennifer Hudson. There
it
you
is.
go. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's married to David Otunga.
And she came like in 5th place that one
Right.
year on American Idol. And
Yeah.
then she goes on to be in a movie of all things and wins Academy Award for that movie
Yeah.
and did her own singing.
Yep. Juicy Smollett is 39. That's Jamal Lyon for the first 5 seasons of Empire.
Oh, Jussie Smollett.
Is it
He was-
Jussie?
Yeah,
Okay, my
that's
bad.
all right. He was that one that was under fire. He allegedly accused a fake hate crime and still lives in Chicago.
Prince William, 39 years old today. That's Mr. Kate Middleton, son of Prince Charles.
Mr. Kate Middleton.
Yeah, son of Prince Charles and Diana, and heir to the throne, unless dad manages to hang on as long as grandma has.
Yeah, I think first in line would be Prince William's dad, and then I think Prince William would be next. He's what is he? 1 year shy of 40 there.
Yeah, it's 1 year shy of 40.
Yeah.
Mr. Kate Middleton turned 39 years old.
Oh, and I think he was. Oh, he did something as a first this year. I think he was voted sexiest bald man in the world.
Really?
Not too long ago.
Wow.
Yeah, he is good and bald too, is he now?
Wow.
He doesn't have as much hair as his brother Harry, but he still looks really nice.
David Morrissey is 57 years old today. That's the governor on The Walking Dead. Kip Winger is 60. That's the superstar who brought us the band Winger.
Winger with 17.
Yep.
What other song did Winger? I think they had another.
Headed for a Heartbreak.
Good, yeah, that
Headed
was
for a Heartbreak.
Yeah, we listened to that back in the day. That was good stuff. 60 now? 60.
Yep, 60.
Ooh.
The Aerosmith drummer, Joey Kramer, 71 years old today. Meredith Baxter, 74. That's Elise Keaton, the mom on Family Ties. Michael Gross is 74. That's Stephen Keaton, the dad on Family Ties.
Yeah, imagine that now. They played husband and wife on
Yep.
Family Ties,
Uh-huh.
have their birthday on the very same day, and
Yep.
both 74.
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing.
The leader of the Kinks, Ray Davis, 77 years old today.
Ray
Yeah.
Davies from the Kinks.
Yeah.
All right.
And lastly, Doc on the Love Boat, Bernie Capel,
Oh, I loved him.
88 years old today.
Wasn't he so nice on the Love Boat?
Yep.
88, huh?
Yep, 88 years old.
And we just lost Captain Steubing
Yep.
just a few weeks ago past.
Today is National Selfie Day. So make sure and take a selfie.
Oh, I've done way too many of those. I
And-
gotta like slap my wrist and say, Bonnie, don't do anymore.
It's also National Smoothie Day, so make sure and enjoy a smoothie. We have 13 days until July the 4th, and that's it. That's all I got for you.
July 4th. So July 4th is 14 more days away?
13 days.
So it was 2 weeks away from yesterday. So not this Sunday, but a week from Sunday.
Let me just double check. Let me double check the calendar because we only have 30 days in the month of June.
Oh, do we? Do we now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Yes, it is. July 4th falls on a Sunday. So that means we're not going to have Mets baseball that day.
Yeah. And just
and
think
no fireworks
you'll
at the
be
stadium.
partying again, just like you did for Father's Day.
I'll be home. I'm going to relax and stay at home. And this will be the first 4th of July I'm home in gosh knows how long.
Yeah. Any fireworks at the 9 household?
Nope, not at all.
We haven't bought those recently either, but I think the only ones I'll get probably is sparklers.
That's it.
Simple, safe sparklers for the backyard.
Oh, we got fireworks here. I just lit a match and they all start going off. See, there you go.
4th of July early.
Yeah, a little
We love
4th of July celebration here in the studio.
Have a hot dog to go with it.
There you go. 7:22 right now. And it's news time once again. It's all brought to you by Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield, helping families take control of their health for more than 75 years. Here's Bonnie.
Thank you, Evan. One man was killed and another critically injured after being struck by a vehicle early Sunday morning in Stewart, according to the Florida Highway Patrol. The crash occurred at 4:18 a.m. on the southbound lanes of U.S. Highway 1 near Hawley Street. FHP said 2 men from Guatemala, ages 28 and 31, were struck by a pickup truck traveling south in the right lane on US 1 just north of Hawley Street. Officials said the men crossed the street in front of the pickup truck driven by a 30-year-old Stewart woman. One man was projected onto the right lane of US 1 and the other landed on the bicycle lane. According to FHP, the driver made a controlled full stop on the outside paved emergency shoulder facing south. The 28-year-old man was transported to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center, where he was pronounced. The old man suffered critical injuries, but it's not clear where he was hospitalized. FHP said the crash is pending investigation. Health officials explore COVID-19 booster vaccine shots as Delta variant spreads.
Let me say that again. 300 million shots in arms in under 150 days. That's an important milestone.
As increasing numbers of Americans are vaccinated for COVID-19, health officials are exploring whether they'll need booster shots in the future.
So we want to be ahead of this booster question. We're making plans now, should we need them soon, but we're actually actively looking at the science. This will be a topic of next week's advisory committee to the immunization practices panel next week at CDC.
News of these plans come as health officials warn of a highly contagious virus mutation known as the Delta variant. It has already caused widespread infections and deaths in India and is spreading rapidly in the UK and elsewhere.
The Delta variant is well on its way to becoming the dominant variant globally because of its significantly increased transmissibility.
In response to mounting cases, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced that plans to relax COVID-19 restrictions will now be delayed for 4 weeks.
I think it is sensible to wait just a little longer.
In Russia, a new daily infection record in Moscow has been attributed to the Delta variant. That's prompting a new round of COVID-19 restrictions for the city. Meanwhile, in South America, funeral workers in Colombia can't keep up with the newly spiking death rates. Nearly 600 people died there on Thursday alone. And in Argentina, doctors are protesting government rollbacks and pandemic restrictions. They say the risk is too great because deaths and hospital admissions are surging again. For Newsy, I'm Meg Hilling.
Despite a deadly COVID outbreak, a government building in the Tampa area is ditching mask rules.
Face masks will be optional starting today at the Manatee County building. Last week, several COVID cases were found among county employees, including 2 who died. But County Administrator Scott Hopes said the outbreak only impacted people who were not vaccinated. Meantime, social distancing and mask rules are going away effective today at all courthouses in Polk County. I'm Gordon Bird.
Crayfish on antidepressants act a bit bizarre, leaving their hiding places and boldly going where crayfish don't normally go, scientists have found. A new study led by the University of Florida suggests that antidepressants that get into waterways are making crayfish too daring at times, putting the freshwater crustaceans at increased risk from predators with uncertain long-term ecological consequences. Crayfish exposed to the antidepressant came out into the open, emerging from their shelter more quickly than crayfish not exposed to the antidepressant, said Lindsay Reisinger, a co-author of the study and an assistant professor at UF. Lastly, holding your breath is free, so this is definitely more expensive, but if it really does work, it might be worth it. Scientists say they've finally come up with a product that cures the hiccups. It's an L-shaped straw called the Hickaway that launched on Kickstarter a year ago, and a new study found it works 92% of the time. 2 holes at the bottom of a straw create a small amount of pressure when you drink water through it, and that pressure repositions your diaphragm just enough to stop hiccups immediately. You can get one on Amazon, by the way, for $15. Two career-changing putts for John Rahm brought 2 trophies Sunday. He cradled his 3-month-old son, Kepa, as he walked off the 18th green at Torrey Pines on Father's Day. And then he collected the silver U.S. Open trophy after a performance filled with passion and absent of blunders that wiped out everyone else. The 26-year-old Rahm became the first Spaniard to win the U.S. Open, finally getting the major prize. His victory also returned him to number 1 in the world. News Time 7:28. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:29 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's the Monday edition with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, we're not finding any traffic accidents, so it's looking good on this Monday morning as you are heading out. And just if you see something, say something, feel free to call us at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. We have 76 this morning in Palm City, and in Nantes, France, it's 69 and cloudy. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Happy Monday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 90s, a mix of sun and clouds, and a 50% chance for scattered late-day showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s with a 40% chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday through Friday, hot and humid weather continues. Highs in the upper 80s, feeling like the mid 90s with that humidity. We'll see morning coastal showers followed by afternoon inland showers and thunderstorms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
The Get Up and Go Show would love to hear from you live on the air. Give us a call at any time. Now let's get back to the program. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
This is not headline news. Harley-Davidson's CEO admitted they'll be going electric in the future. They even have their new slogan picked out. Born to be mild. Lumber prices have been plummeting. The last time wood fell this quickly was when Chelsea Handler posted a topless selfie. A man was arrested for throwing a water bottle at California Governor Gavin Newsom. Luckily, Newsom's hardened hair gel protected his head just like a helmet. Temperatures in Death Valley, California hit 128 degrees. Death Valley, the most appropriately named place in the U.S. other than Pittsburgh. And today is National Take Your Cat to Work Day. It's a nice change for cats who can totally ignore their owners in a completely different environment. This is not headline news.
June 21st is Take Your Cat to Work Day.
Everybody say hi to Mr. Meow Meow.
Or not.
And now it's time for Stupid News,
It's so stupid and awesome.
where we ask the important questions.
Are some people too stupid to live?
Why are people so stupid?
Are you effing stupid?
So you ever going to bring your cat to work day? It's National Take Your Cat to Work Day.
I never brought my cat to work.
Really?
Not that I remember. I've brought my dogs to work before.
Should have brought your cats in today. It's National Bring Your Cat to Work Day.
Yeah, dogs are a little bit more sociable, though.
Can you get a hold of Gary on the phone and just say, hey, can you bring Hansi or Jack Frosty up here?
Nah. I'm gonna let
okay.
them. I'm gonna
All right.
let them sleep the hours away.
Oh, okay.
They've been.
They get to stay in bed.
Yeah, they were up hunting mice all night, so
Okay.
I'll let them sleep in.
All right.
My boys.
All right, very good. We're going to go to Wisconsin for our first story. That's your home state. Hours after a woman believed her husband had poisoned her chicken wings, a woman sets him on fire
Oh.
while he was sleeping,
Oh, I thought
according
she set
to the Wisconsin Police Department.
I thought you were saying she set the wings on fire.
No.
Oh,
She
but
set him on fire.
him on fire.
Yeah,
Oh, yikes.
because she believed her husband poisoned the wings. Now, the man suffered extensive second and third degree burns and told officers his wife's weird behavior was the result of discussions that he planned to end their marriage. Now, when Williams returned from work to their Milwaukee home, Smith would not speak with him. Woman wouldn't talk to him at all. She was continuously walking in circles, which the guy said was completely out of character. Later that night, the two got into an argument when the guy said he planned to move out of their home without her. Now, Marie Smith, 29 years old, was charged with arson of a building, recklessly endangering safety and mayhem, and domestic abuse for
Oh.
trying to poison him and the chicken wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she thought he poisoned the chicken wings. So
She-
then she committed that act of arson.
No. She poisoned his chicken wings.
Oh, she did actually do
Yes.
that.
Yeah, she poisoned his chicken wings. Yes, way? Let me see here. Woman believed her husband. No, I'm sorry. The woman believed the husband poisoned her chicken
She
wings.
thought
yes.
she thought that
She
he
thought
was
he-
doing that,
yeah.
so she started a fire.
Yeah, she started
Oh
a
my
fire.
gosh.
Yeah, she started a bunch of crap. That's in Milwaukee. Is that anywhere near your hometown?
About maybe 6 hours
Oh,
from
okay.
my hometown.
That's
but,
like a whole nother state away.
but I've been to Milwaukee many times. Actually the state of Wisconsin is not that big
No?
north and southbound to travel.
Oh,
Not
okay.
like here in Florida if you're
Okay.
traveling Key West all the way up to the Georgia border.
Okay.
That's really long.
Okay.
But like between north and south in Wisconsin, for
Not
me,
that much.
just takes like about 6 or 7 hours.
But east and west is longer.
East and west, it kind of depends if you want to go out to that. You see that little arm that's coming off of Wisconsin. That's what they call they call it Door County.
Oh, okay.
And another peninsula there.
Okay.
I guess if you're heading east and west that way, it could
Okay.
be longer.
There's a 27-year-old woman in Ann Arbor, Michigan, who goes by Sydney Joe on TikTok.
Sydney Joe.
Sydney Joe, good old
Cute.
Sydney Joe on
That's kinda
TikTok.
cute.
Yeah, she makes money posting something called stuck videos. She films herself getting stuck in different ways. Now, for example, she might get her knee wedged between two metal poles in a fence and have to use oil to get herself out.
Oh, how goofy.
And people pay $2 a minute to watch these things.
She's banking on this.
Yes, but now she's going viral after she got her whole body stuck in a folding chair last week.
Oh, wow.
And couldn't get unstuck.
Oh.
Now, she somehow wedged herself into a 6-inch space between the bottom of the seat and one of the crossbars connecting the two legs.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole chair was stuck around her entire waist. Now, after 30 minutes, her fans online told her she might need to call for help. So she did.
She had like nobody else around her
Nobody.
when she's trying this stuff out.
Nobody.
That's crazy.
Fire department showed up and had to use the jaws of life to get her out of the chair. She says that fans of stuck videos want it all to seem real, but that getting unstuck is also part of it. So they didn't actually like seeing her in trouble, but still, she said it was probably the best video she's ever done.
And so the fans actually seeing this action going live.
Yeah, they paid $2 a minute to watch.
Started calling for her, calling like 911 in that. And that's pretty fascinating.
Yeah. And they pay $2 a minute to watch her get stuck in
Yeah.
between stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess she's stuck up or something of that
I wonder
sort.
if she's going to be getting stuck anymore.
I don't know. We could put her with the girl that put the super glue in her hair together in one room and just see what comes out of that.
Oh, right. Didn't she use that? What was it? Like a monkey? The gorilla
glue.
Gorilla glue.
Yeah. That was crazy. A woman in Allentown, Pennsylvania is facing charges after she tried to hire a hitman to kill her husband and asked if he'd offer her a payment plan. So this woman attempts to hire a hitman to kill her husband, and she wants to make payments to the guy to do the hit. Her name is Claudia Carrion. She's 44 years old. She met up with the guy on Thursday of last week and agreed to pay the guy $4,000 for the hit. But she didn't have it up front. So she asked if she could pay in installments of $100 for 40 weeks.
Oh,
The hitman
wow.
agreed to it because he was actually an undercover cop.
Undercover, yeah.
Yeah. And once she paid the first $100 as a deposit, well, they busted her.
I love it when they have the, like on the ID channel, I'll be
Yeah.
watching, and then they have the guy or the woman out in the vehicle with
Mm-hmm.
that undercover cop having the conversation.
Yeah. It turns out that this wasn't the first time she tried and failed to hire a hitman.
Oh, boy.
She told police that she tried once before, but the hitman that time didn't work out either. She's facing charges for criminal solicitation to commit homicide.
That was an interesting one about who was it? The Doppelita girl, too,
Yeah.
down in, was it the Fort Lauderdale or West Palm, Fort Lauderdale?
Daria Dopolito. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of Fort Lauderdale.
How she, they saw her, they got her in the car too, and trying to hire the hitman. It's an undercover deputy. And then there actually is a hit on the husband, right? Which is a fake hit.
Right.
And they have her at the police station questioning her. And all the while she thinks that he is dead.
Yes.
And then he shows up in the doorway.
Oh, yeah. It's a bad nightmare.
Oh.
Literally. Let's go to Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where police are looking to have a word with a driver who hit a teenage bicycle rider, then drove the kid to the hospital after she hit him, handed him $100 and left without leaving her name and calling the police. So lady hits somebody on a bike, scoops him up off the road,
Yeah.
drives him to the hospital, hands him $100, drops him off at the hospital, and see you later. Now, the teen suffered a fractured nose and significant scrapes to his face and limbs. They described the suspect as a woman with black hair who was driving a white Audi Q5 SUV. Now, that's no cheap car. Okay, a white
one of
Audi.
those Audis. Yeah, they're more on the pricey side.
It got front end damage in the collision. Anybody who knows anything is urged to call the Calgary, Alberta Crime Stoppers Unit.
Wow. She still brought the kid to the hospital.
Yeah,
Huh.
she took the kid to the hospital, whipped out $100 bill, gave him $100, and said, "See you later."
Police could probably look on security footage too of the people coming in and out of that hospital
Yeah.
and see exactly what she looks like.
They can get the plate number off the car,
Yeah.
and then track the plate down to wherever the car's registered to. Let's go to Spain, where a woman has gone viral following her death after publishing the exclusive guest list for her funeral in her obituary, where she says none of her relatives are allowed to attend. Maria Paz Fuentes Fernandez, that's a long name. Maria Paz Fuentes Fernandez is a woman from Spain, had a video that's gone viral following her death on June the 2nd, as she used her obituary to ban her relatives from attending her funeral and share the guest list. The obituary read, quote, "Since my family has not been my blood for a long time, I declare in my last will and testament that the only people mentioned below can attend my funeral, be it at the funeral parlor, church, or cemetery."
Imagine an invite list in your obituary.
Yeah.
I never heard of such a thing.
Well, she doesn't get along with her family, so
Yeah.
she only wanted certain people there. Maria, whose age has not been given, went on to list 15 people who were invited to her funeral. She added, quote, "To everyone else who never cared during my life, I want you to carry on living far away from me, just like you were before."
There, I said it. Now get the out.
She's a little cold
Yeah.
about the situation. No pun intended right
But she
now.
she carried that preciseness to her grave.
Yes,
Very
she did.
precise about who should be there.
Yes, she took it to her grave. So if I die, I'm debating on whether I want to be cremated or if I want to be buried,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
had this really weird thought the other day, believe it or not. I was driving down the road and I'm thinking, gosh, when I go in a long time from now, of course, when
Yeah.
I go, do I want to be cremated or do I want to be buried? And I'm like, well, do I want to go in the ground where all the bugs are? Or do I want to have my ashes spread all across the baseball field because of my love for baseball
Oh yeah, yeah.
over at Clover Park?
So which one do you think is going to win?
I don't know because I'm not sure yet. I'm still stumped.
Yeah. Evan, I bet you're not the only one going through that matter.
Mm-hmm.
I bet there are tons and tons of people trying to decide that one.
Well, it'll save the wife a crap ton of money, number one. So she won't have to pay for a huge funeral. So I'm kind of looking at it that way. But then again, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm stumped. Do you know which way you want to go?
I'm not
Have
really.
you
I'm
decided?
not sure yet, but I'm leaning toward the cremation because
Okay.
my biggest fear is I'll be buried and I'll wake up.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, once you're dead, you're dead. I don't know
Yeah.
how you're going to wake up.
don't know, it
But I
just-
do understand your fear, though.
Yeah, it's just a weird.
I
but
do.
it's a hard decision, and I'm sure like many people go through that situation of
Wow.
should I do this, should I do that, and where, and
I'd
you
love
know.
to get people's comments on that one.
Yeah.
Do
it's-
you want to be cremated or do you want to be buried? And what's your reasoning behind it? That's kind of a pretty cool.
Yeah, I meet
Cool
people.
question.
I meet people that say, half and half.
Yeah.
A lot of my relatives went through cremation, and
Mhm.
some are buried with the regular burial at the
Mhm,
cemetery
mhm.
and in the coffin and
Mhm.
in the ground, and
Some people are cremated and then they're put into a vault
yeah,
at the cemetery. One of
Yeah.
those little small mausoleum vaults.
that's right.
So that's another thing that can be done.
That would be a pricey one.
That would be expensive.
There are some people that might want to have their whole family buried in there
Mhm.
in some kind of what is
You
it?
just get one vault, a family vault.
Yeah.
And everybody gets cremated, and then as they go, they just put the urns in there. I don't know. I don't know. If I were cremated, I'd want my ashes spread on the pitcher's mound, because that was my
Aw.
position that I played.
Yeah.
But I don't know if the Clover Park would allow that or not.
You never know if
I'd have to have a conversation.
if you're with them at Clover Park.
I'm going to ask them that
maybe-
question tomorrow when I go back to work.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to my boss and say, hey, listen, when the good Lord upstairs calls my number and I got to go, and if I'm cremated, can my body, my ashes be spread on the pitcher's mound?
But just think of all those pitchers that are going to be on that mound
That's
stepping
all right.
on you and your
That's
ashes.
okay. That's okay, because I'll just be part of the whole. I'll be permanently part of the baseball field.
And part of their shoes.
Yeah, part
as
of their shoes.
They're walking out
and whatnot. So I don't know. I mean,
it's a tough decision,
Yeah,
though.
that's a tough one. 7:48 right now on the Get Up and Go show. It's time for news, all brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town on any type of precious metals. It's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Please tell Hawk Levy that Evan and Bonnie sent you down there, okay? Let's go to the news desk. Bonnie, standing by.
Well, good morning to you. Martin County Sheriff William Snyder is prepared to send his 2 rapid deployment teams to Texas and Arizona. Snyder agreed after Governor Ron DeSantis' office called him to assist. The governors in Texas and Arizona asked for additional resources to help patrol the border with Mexico. Snyder told WPTV's Matt Cessny on To the Point that the decision was simple, noting that when he asks for help from the governor's office, they offer any resources needed. The sheriff said that he has no exact details, but reiterated his deputies are ready to help. He also doesn't believe Martin County taxpayers will have to font the bill to send the deputies to the border. Police are releasing new information on the crash in Saturday night's Pride Parade in South Florida that killed one person and injured another.
The report by Fort Lauderdale Police says both the 77-year-old driver and the victims were members of the Fort Lauderdale Gay Men's Chorus. The driver's health issues kept him from walking the parade route, so he was put behind the wheel of the lead pickup truck in Wilton Manors. Police say the truck suddenly accelerated, striking the 2 victims before hitting a fence. Fort Lauderdale Mayor Dean Trantalis walked back earlier comments, calling the crash an act of terrorism. I'm Gordon Bird.
The Lyon Country Safari, celebrated World Giraffe Day on the longest day of the year, June 20, to raise awareness for conservation in the wild. The event featured special keeper chats, crafts, educational displays, and a raffle, besides other fun activities.
A lot of times when we look at giraffes, we see them on TV or under human care in a zoological facility. We think that they are just one species and that they're doing well. So that's actually what we classify as a silent extinction for the giraffe, because a lot of times we don't think about them as individual species declining.
A fun fact, the giraffe has 7 vertebrae in their necks just like humans. The event takes place each year to raise awareness for conservation in the wild, and proceeds from raffle tickets and face paintings will be donated to Giraffe Conservation. To find out more, you can go to giraffeconservation.org. 6 prisoners are injured after a crash in Marion County. The Florida Highway Patrol says the inmates were in a transport van that was rear-ended by a box truck yesterday morning on I-75. A test conducted by the Navy is responsible for an earthquake off the Florida coast. The Navy detonated thousands of pounds of explosives Friday afternoon, about 100 miles from the Atlantic coast. The Navy says the explosion led to a 3.9 magnitude earthquake, but no injuries were reported. Royal Caribbean is celebrating what it calls a promising milestone. The cruise line held its first simulated cruise from Port Miami last night. And lastly, members of President Joe Biden's family are mourning the loss of their German Shepherd, Champ, who died peacefully at home. The president and first lady said in a statement Saturday, "He was our constant, cherished companion during the last 13 years and was adored by the entire Biden family," Biden and First Lady Jill Biden said. The St. Lucie Mets defeated the Jupiter Hammerheads 6-4 on Sunday afternoon at Roger Dean's Chevrolet Stadium to earn a 3-3 series split. Brandon McWellen and Matt Dyer each clubbed home runs to account for 4 of the Mets' 6 runs. McElwain's long ball was a 3-run shot with 2 outs in the 3rd inning to open up a 5-0 lead, 5-0 lead. News time, we have 7:52 here, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:54 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Well, we don't have any accidents to report right here, and St. Lucie County, the roads are fine, but we do have an accident to the south of us. This is in Jupiter. It's on I-95 northbound at Indiantown Road in Jupiter, and there's no roadblock from that vehicle crash right there. And there's your latest look at traffic. It's 75 in Port St. Lucie, and in New Bedford, Massachusetts, it's 68. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Monday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 90s, a mix of sun and clouds, and a 50% chance for scattered late-day showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s with a 40% chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday through Friday, hot and humid weather continues. Highs in the upper 80s, feeling like the mid 90s with that humidity. We'll see morning coastal showers followed by afternoon inland showers and thunderstorms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
And now, here's how to locate the package you're waiting for by different companies. UPS.
Your package is in the city on a truck and will be delivered around 2:30 this afternoon.
FedEx.
Your package is coming. You'll get it when we get it there.
The Post Office.
What package?
Amazon.
We are already in your apartment. Check the bathroom.
Facebook.
We knew you were thinking about getting a toaster yesterday. Here are 20 ads for toaster ovens.
How to locate the package you're waiting for by different companies.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true. Have you ever tried to locate your package through your Amazon Alexa, Bonnie?
The Amazon Alexa has been telling us when our package has arrived, and kind of spooky. She tells us what's inside the package, and you're wondering, how does she know? But you know how timely, Evan, as Amazon Prime Day starts today.
Right.
So we have Amazon Prime Day today and tomorrow, where supposedly you can get some pretty good deals. Maybe not quite as many deals on products this year because a lot of small businesses that sell through Amazon can't afford it. But you can go to a website. It's called CNET, CNET, and they put together a good list of deals.
I just realized to be able to sell on Amazon, you have to pay a pretty hefty commission for everything you sell. So it's just not worth it. It's a lot cheaper on eBay.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
With that note, we're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next. And then the superintendent from the Martin County School Board, Dr. John Millay, is going to be joining us. We'll be right back.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. Hour number 3 is in full force for this Monday morning, the Monday edition of the program.
Okay, that's weird. Why are you here?
I'm here because I have to entertain you.
What day is it?
Like I said, it is Monday, June 21st.
I'm a superhero. You're not.
I know I'm not a superhero, but I know somebody that is a superhero. It's 8:07, Mr. Clock. Would you please certify that?
It's now 8:07 a.m.
That's right. And the superhero I'm speaking about is the superintendent of the Martin County school system, Dr. John Millay, who has that big S on his chest all the time with the wonderful bow tie, keeping law and order going on, all things in the Martin County school system. John, always a pleasure to have you on the program. Welcome in. Wait a minute. Hold on. I can't hear you. All right. You have to unmute yourself there. Hold on. John has got himself muted. Let me see if I can do that.
We see his lips moving.
Yes, I see the lips moving.
But we cannot hear.
No, there he is.
Right
Now
there.
he's unmuted. There we go.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Technology.
Yes. But no, all is good. Thanks for that introduction. If things are going super here, it's because we have a great staff. We got a lot of great people throughout our.
This is true. This
school
is true.
district. It takes a team.
How was your Father's Day? Did you get to see any of the kids?
Yeah, they none were down, but we got to Zoom. FaceTime. That's a great tool. FaceTime, Zoom. That's kind of, I guess, if there's some positive things we got better at after the pandemic.
Right.
Or for the pandemic was, I think everybody's pretty proficient now FaceTiming. So that was kind of nice. You can kind of be there without fully being there. So
heck, you can have a whole meal together on that FaceTime.
I know, right? You can eat dinner with your kids and be thousands of miles away.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes they're needing you to Venmo them $10 or something.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Then they're FaceTiming you.
They schmooze you up, and then Dad, can you send me $10 Venmo or Cash App or Zelle or something like that?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Parents, I don't know, sometimes how savvy like our high school students are, particularly the young people with all those types of apps. It's just what a different world. How when we were in high school, most kids wouldn't even have a checking account, but we all started learning. But now, I mean, they know there's an app for that, and they Apple Pay each other, they Venmo. There's other ways, but it's just amazing how different it is.
The only app that we knew way back when was filling out that job application.
Yeah, you better have a job app and some money if you're going to have some.
Yeah, Venmo and Cash App and Zelle and PayPal, and it's really amazing. I mean, like instantaneously within seconds, even 2 seconds, you could have money in your bank account from somebody else or a friend.
Faster than Western Union.
Yeah, faster than Western Union. I mean, I still don't understand why people go to the store to send money to another country to their relatives when now they can just do it on their app and save.
Very changed, isn't it? Like Uber with taxis and just how everything's changed.
Yeah.
So when we talk about education and things going on, it really is a different world.
Yeah, it really truly is. It really
things
truly
have
is.
changed over the last 5 or 10 years, and for sure the last few years.
Yeah,
more and more. So
hurricane season is coming upon us, and let's talk a little bit about emergency preparedness.
Yes, got to meet with County Administrator Taryn Crisda a few weeks ago. I got to visit the Emergency Operations Center. That's quite the facility to take care of the good people of Martin County. So we're updating our plans as a school district and what that would mean, that if we had to prepare or cancel school, what that means for contacting families and staff. So that's underway. Hopefully we'll avoid them. I'm hoping to not have anything this summer. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
It would really be nice. I think I'm pretty optimistic this year. I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to go out on a limb. Well, no, I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm not going to say anything. But I'll just say I'm pretty optimistic, John.
Yeah, So am I.
Let's talk a little bit about the CTE programming, if you would.
Yeah, career technical education, the whole child's education. We have some of our students, of course, are going to do college and different trainings, but we're huge focusing on also career technical opportunities in the district. So those skilled trades, and for instance, we're adding some different instructors in all of our high schools this coming year. We're adding an additional nursing staff member. We're working on adding an HVAC welding at 2 of our comprehensive high schools, trying to find that position. So if anybody out there knows someone that might be able to help instruct welding or HVAC, we can do something to get them certified. We're looking for great people to help our kids because our employers and businesses need it. But the highlight of this was I've learned more and more over the last month or so, few months, about Martin County, of course, and I got to visit the airport, George Stokas and Ted Astolfi and some different people to learn what a resource that is, people from the marine industry. So at Spectrum this fall, we're starting a new aerospace technology program. So quite simply, it's going to be a lot of the skills that if people, young students in our high school would like to learn more about how they could have a job, say at the airport. So it would be skills that would transfer, which would be so many. There's a lot of job skills that kids can learn in the automotive trades that can transfer. So things like that. But there is going to be it's a high demand for jobs in that area, and they're transferable, and we're going to keep working with our business community to meet the need.
Let's talk a little bit about the school board's success plan, if you would.
Sure. That, in essence, is our strategic plan, and it has a little different name because we think that's is what's going to help make us successful. So it has 4 pillars. Typically, that's adopted for a 4 to 5 year period of time. We're kind of at the end of the old one, but we're going to be doing some of the updates and continuing several of the items. Like I said, I just mentioned CTE. That's huge. I've mentioned before early prevention and for our young learners, 3 and 4 years old, 3 and 4 year olds. The more we can get them up to par and give those students the skills they need to, so there won't be achievement gaps when they start in early childhood. That's huge. Several areas, but the 4 pillars are student success, employee success, which would be our workforce and issues impact that, culture of collaboration, and then the financial stability. So we're constantly trying to do those things where we look at our budget. Our board's very aware and very careful with how we spend our funds. They ask questions, and we look at results and try to make sure we're getting the best bang for our investment of funds. So some of the other ones, again, some highlights: academic achievement for our success plan, to increase the English language, arts, and math proficiency. We're doing a new overall reading program this coming year. We've adopted a new series for our elementary, middle, and high school. There was a community process we went through with that. Excited the board's investment. We're going to continue working on the graduation rate and having students access to rigorous and accelerated program, recruiting and retaining the best staff. So families, word of mouth is our best recruitment tool. Employees that are happy, satisfied, that want to be here. If anyone knows someone that could help us in Martin County Schools, pass our name. We're always hiring great people. We want to, this coming year, put an increased focus on great customer service and satisfaction. So to serve our students, to serve our community, our families. So that's huge. Communicating promptly. That's something that's I'm very it's important to me that we get back with people as soon as possible. And then growing relationships and staying safe. So we'll continue to work on some of those big pieces.
I met a girl on Friday evening that's part of that accelerated program, and I couldn't believe she has an associate's degree or is working on her associate degree, and she's only a junior in high school. It's wonderful that the students have opportunities to do that.
Yes, we have many students at Martin County Schools. We just completed our graduation ceremonies throughout. We've recognized the number of students from each high school that it's or were at or near that, and it's a huge number. And some of those students are going to go on to a 4-year school, but some are going to work in a skilled trade, or they're going to take a few more courses and go right into the workforce.
Yeah, and I was intrigued that you mentioned the welding program. Now, is that like held right at the high school?
Well, that's what we're working on. We have not had specific welding course, so that's an addition this coming year that it'll start small, but there is a huge need. I mean, everybody in this community, when you see the marine, the aviation, auto, construction that's going on, the need to have more skilled workers that can do those types of skills like welding. They make a great living.
They make a good living off of that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're trying to offer that pathway where kids can start. And most of those courses, you take them over multiple years. You start with the basics of safety and the earliest, the smallest skills, and you get more proficient. So yeah, that's a huge piece. That's a good example of what we're trying to do a little more of.
That's just wonderful.
It's amazing. Usually now courses like that, aren't those like welding and other courses? Those are done in more so like of a vocational type school. I remember that from when I went to school down in Broward.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but that's what we have. We have those programs going on at our comprehensive high schools.
Right.
All of our 3 high schools, some more than others particularly, have vocational components. For instance, Martin County High School, South Fork High School, there's those large bay areas. They have automotive programs. They have carpentry programs at those various schools. Out at South Fork, they have golf course, turf management, landscape design, those types of courses, the VET program. So all those, we have engineering type programs at our schools. So all those, sometimes we call them the Bay programs because they'll operate in a larger space, but those programs are at our high schools. So it doesn't always have to be that separate place that you go to. Our kids are on these large campuses, and if we can offer the courses right there and save travel time, make it more convenient, make it a more meaningful day, make that junior, senior year more meaningful, and where kids look forward, if they're in a course and they're getting to have a hands-on application, they're typically more interested, and it keeps them hooked, and it's going to make sure we graduate more kids.
Hands-on and getting it started early. I love that.
Definitely so, without a doubt.
South Fork, for instance, when I've been to all the schools, this is just one example. Like they have a great broadcasting type program where kids learn to produce multimedia, and I've got my program right there. But we have kids that are learning just talent, like to work in jobs like what you're doing.
It's a lot of fun. I can tell you that much. We have a great time doing broadcasting and bringing the news to the public. That's Dr. John Millay, superintendent of the Martin County School System. He joins us each and every Monday at this time. John, always a pleasure. Have a great week, and try to enjoy your summer a little bit, okay?
Yeah, we'll be working hard. We're rounding up summer school. It's been good, and then we're planning for this next school year, so it'll be a busy summer.
Very good, very good. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you real soon. All right, bye-bye now. It's Dr. John Millay. It's time for the Precious Metals Report. It's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Gold opening up at $1,778.10 an ounce. Silver opening up at $25.98 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report. And it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. 8:21 on the Get Up and Go show, the Monday edition with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news, all brought to you by Florida Blue, your local Blue Cross Blue Shield, helping families take control of their health for more than 75 years. Here's Bonnie with the headlines.
Well, good morning. One man was killed and another critically injured after being struck by a vehicle early Sunday morning in Stewart, according to the Florida Highway Patrol. The crash occurred at 4:18 a.m. on the southbound lane of U.S. Highway 1 near Hawley Street. FHP said two men from Guatemala, ages 28 and 31, were struck by a pickup truck traveling south in the right lane on U.S. 1, just north of Hawley Street. Officials said the men crossed the street in front of the pickup truck driven by a 30-year-old Stewart woman. The man was projected into the right lane of US 1 and the other landed on the bicycle lane. According to FHP, the driver made a controlled full stop on the outside paved emergency shoulder facing south. The 28-year-old man was transported to Lawnwood Regional Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. The 31-year-old man suffered critical injuries, but it's not clear where he was hospitalized. FHP said the crash is pending investigation. Tropical Depression Claudette has claimed 12 lives in Alabama as the storm swept across the southeastern U.S., causing flash flooding and spurring tornadoes that destroyed dozens of homes. 10 people, including 9 children, were killed in a fiery multi-vehicle crash Saturday, according to Butler County Coroner Wayne Garlock, who said the vehicles likely hydroplaned on wet roads. 8 of the dead were associated with the Alabama Sheriff's youth ranches. Multiple people were also injured. Meanwhile, a 24-year-old man and a 3-year-old boy were killed when a tree fell on their house Saturday just outside Tuscaloosa. The deaths occurred as drenching rains pelted much of the northern northern Alabama and Georgia. A tropical storm warning was in effect Sunday in North Carolina. Despite a deadly COVID outbreak, a government building in the Tampa Bay area is ditching mask rules.
Face masks will be optional starting today at the Manatee County Administration Building. Last week, several COVID cases were found among county employees, including 2 who died. But County Administrator Scott Hopes said the outbreak only impacted people who were not vaccinated. Meantime, social distancing and mask rules are going away effective today at all courthouses in Polk County. I'm Gordon Bird.
The Lion Country Safari celebrated World Giraffe Day on the longest day of the year, June 20th, to raise awareness for conservation in the wild. The event featured special keeper chats, crafts, educational displays, and a raffle, besides other fun activities.
A lot of times when we look at giraffes, we see them on TV or under human care in a zoological facility. We think that they are just one species and that they're doing well. So that's actually what we classify as a silent extinction for the giraffe, because a lot of times we don't think about them as individual species declining.
A fun fact, the giraffe has 7 vertebrae in their necks, just like humans. Well, lastly, a woman in England was on a bridge threatening to jump and no one could talk her down. But then firefighters showed up with a comfort dog, a 3-year-old Labradoodle named Digby. And as soon as she saw him, she smiled, asked if she could pet him if she got down, and then did. So he basically saved a life just by being there. On Saturday night, it was the Milwaukee Bucks that prevailed over the New York Nets in spite of Kevin Durant's 48-point night. The final score, 115-111 in overtime. And the Bucks will face the Atlanta Hawks for the Eastern title. News time is 8:26, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
Coming up on 8:27 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Monday edition. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, traffic is looking good and fine on this Monday morning. You got to get there by 9. We think you will arrive on time. We're not finding any accidents. That's the latest traffic report from FHP. But if you see something, say something. Always call us at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. In Jensen Beach, we've warmed up to 80 degrees. And in Port St. Lucie, it's 77. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Monday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 90s, a mix of sun and clouds, and a 50% chance for scattered late-day showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s with a 40% chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday through Friday, hot and humid weather continues. Highs in the upper 80s, feeling like the mid 90s with that humidity. We'll see morning coastal showers followed by afternoon inland showers and thunderstorms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 8:29 on the Get Up and Go show. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring on a gentleman that always educates us for the need for speed, taking us to where, well, can't say where no man goes before, but some men have gone. We're going to go to outer space, and we say good morning to Randy Siegel.
Good morning. Well, it was back in this date in history in 1993 that NASA launched the STS-57 mission in Shuttle Enterprise. And 2004 was when the first Spaceship One launched the first privately funded human spaceflight mission. I was out there in California for this particular flight, and I must say it was quite impressive as we saw a spacecraft pass the 60-mile mark, thus making the astronaut Mike Melville. And when it landed, I was able to go up to that spaceship and actually touch it about 5 minutes after returning from outer space. Kind of a surreal feeling, if you know what I mean. Well, the astronauts on board the International Space Station continue to do a lot of work. They went out of their space station and they constructed more solar arrays that they had trouble with before. So they continue to do work to upgrade the space station. Commander Akihiko Hoshide said that for some time, samples that they have been studying will help improve shelf life for medicines on Earth and in space. Mark Vanderhee worked for a couple of hours on the oral biofilms experiment investigating how bacteria is affected by microgravity and ways to counteract harmful changes. Russian Peter Dubrov, he spent some time working with the immune system and trying to understand studies of ways to maximize its efficiency. And his counterpart, Oleg Novitsky, he worked in the electromagnetic levitator study about chill cooling industrial alloys. The next spacecraft going to the International Space Station will be the Progress MS-17. This transport will carry a lot of supplies for the astronauts and fuel, and will also serve as the vehicle that will return to Earth. Although it'll burn up, the Pirs module that's attached to the station, allowing a new NUCA module or science module to be attached. They have concluded the GLEX 2021. GLEX is the conference to study outer space that was held in St. Petersburg, Russia. During that time, there were many countries that were being represented and space agencies, including Roscosmos, NASA, the European Space Agency, Japan. The object of that is to see if we can get everybody on the same page as we move forward. One of the things that came out of that conference was that Turkey is in talks with both the U.S. and Russia to fly a Turkish astronaut to the International Space Station. Pam Melroy has been confirmed by the Senate to be NASA's deputy administrator. And the administrator, Bill Nelson, said that he is anxious to get her on board to help with all the work. The Senate Science Committee has been spending time trying to understand NASA's budget. The next hearing will be on the 23rd at 10 a.m. The House committee will hear from Bill Nelson as he talks about the president's fiscal year and also works on explaining what NASA will do in having to go to the moon and having two providers to do so. The FAA is having a big problem right now and is streamlining its launch and re-entry license studies. The regulations are a bit vague, and they need to be streamlined in order to allow for any problems that are coming up. SpaceX has had a few of those, which we'll tell you more about tomorrow. Lastly, we want to tell you that the European agency has laid out what is necessary for astronauts. They said they have to be physically active, they have to be proficient in swimming, flight operations, extensive underwater training, an avid diving license, demonstratable teamwork skills, and above all, sound risk management. So if you don't have those skills, don't apply. Tomorrow, we're going to tell you more about the Space Force as well as launches. So until then, have a great day, everybody.
Thank you very much. That's Randy Siegel. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time, talking about all things pertaining to NASA. And now it's time to take a trip down the street, up the road, and around the corner to one of our favorite places. It's Ellie's Downtown Deli, where Chef Mark has got some of the most amazing things to eat.
Yeah, and he keeps it amazing, too, because, his ingredients are always fresh. And you can, have him serve you up a German brat. Oh, nothing like bratwurst, right? A German brat served on a grilled garlic sub roll.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. You just said the G word.
Yes. You can just taste all that juiciness as you're eating that. Sauteed onions on this and peppers.
Oh.
And a spicy mustard, too.
Calgon, take me away.
And they're known for their fresh jumbo wraps. And try the bacon chicken ranch wrap. Your choice filled with bacon, some oven roasted chicken, lettuce, tomato ranch dressing, and cheddar cheese. This fresh jumbo wrap is simply delicious. And Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart now has their patio back open, plus they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout, plus their fabulous desserts as well, like Oreo pie. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stuart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stuart.
It is 8:37 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Monday edition. It's time for news. All brought to you by our good friends at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin for the best deals in town. On precious metals, it's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Tell Hawk Levy that Evan and Bonnie sent you down there. Here's Bonnie at the news desk.
Well, good morning once again. Martin County Sheriff William Snyder is prepared to send his 2 rapid deployment teams to Texas and Arizona. Snyder agreed after Governor Ron DeSantis' office called him to assist. The governors in Texas and Arizona asked for additional resources to help patrol the border with Mexico. Snyder told WPTV's Matt Cessny on To the Point that the decision was simple, noting that when he asked for help from the governor's office, they offer any resources needed. The sheriff said that he has no exact details, but reiterated his deputies are ready to help. He also doesn't believe Martin County taxpayers will have to foot the bill to send the deputies to the border. During his news conference, DeSantis cited a recent arrest of an illegal immigrant in the rape of an 82-year-old woman. Snyder said that case wasn't a factor in his decision to help. DeSantis blamed the administration of President Joe Biden for the troubles. But when it comes to policy, Snyder said he will leave it to others to decide the best way. He also said he respects the opinion of those who say the deputies shouldn't go to the border. Snyder said he believes all 40 members of the rapid deployment teams would volunteer to go to Texas or Arizona if asked. Police are releasing new information on the crash in Saturday night's Pride Parade in South Florida that killed 1 person and injured another.
The report by Fort Lauderdale Police says both the 77-year-old driver and the victims were members of the Fort Lauderdale Gay Men's Chorus. The driver's health issues kept him from walking the parade route, so he was put behind the wheel of the lead pickup truck in Wilton Manors. Police say the truck suddenly accelerated, striking the 2 victims before hitting a fence. Fort Lauderdale Mayor Dean Trantalis walked back earlier comments, calling the crash an act of terrorism. I'm Gordon Bird.
Health officials explore COVID-19 booster vaccine shots as Delta variant spreads.
Let me say that again. 300 million shots in arms in under 150 days. That's an important milestone.
As increasing numbers of Americans are vaccinated for COVID-19, health officials are exploring whether they'll need booster shots in the future.
So we want to be ahead of this booster question. We're making plans now, should we need them soon, but we're actually actively looking at the science. This will be a topic of next week's advisory committee to the immunization practices panel next week at CDC.
News of these plans come as health officials warn of a highly contagious virus mutation known as the Delta variant. It has already caused widespread infections and deaths in India and is spreading rapidly in the UK and elsewhere.
The Delta variant is well on its way to becoming the dominant variant globally because of its significantly increased transmissibility.
In response to mounting cases, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson has announced that plans to relax COVID-19 restrictions will now be delayed for 4 weeks.
I think it is sensible to wait just a little longer.
In Russia, a new daily infection record in Moscow has been attributed to the Delta variant. That's prompting a new round of COVID-19 restrictions for the city. Meanwhile, in South America, funeral workers in Colombia can't keep up with the newly spiking death rates. Nearly 600 people died there on Thursday alone. And in Argentina, doctors are protesting government rollbacks and pandemic restrictions. They say the risk is too great because deaths and hospital admissions are surging again. For Newsy, I'm Meg Hilling.
A test conducted by the Navy is responsible for an earthquake off the Florida coast. The Navy detonated thousands of pounds of explosives Friday afternoon, about 100 miles from the Atlantic coast. The Navy says the explosion led to a 3.9 magnitude earthquake, but no injuries were reported. 6 prisoners are injured after a crash in Marion County. The Florida Highway Patrol says the inmates were in a transport van that was rear-ended by a box truck yesterday morning on I-75. Royal Caribbean is celebrating what it calls a promising milestone. The cruise line held its first simulated cruise from Port Miami last night. And lastly, Bob Seger said he can't imagine hitting the concert road again following the loss of close friend and saxophonist Alto Reed. Speaking on a new Sirius XM program marking the 45th anniversary of his live Bullet and Night Moves albums, Seger choked up as he recounted the phone call from the longtime Silver Bullet band player, revealing he had colon cancer. Reed died December 30th at age 72. I listened really hard to him, Seger said, and he said how grateful I am for my wonderful life. I thought that was so beautiful, and I thought he was so brave. I don't think I could go out on tour without him, according to Bob Seger. At Tampa, the Lightning are looking to regain the edge in their NHL playoff series against the Islanders.
With the Stanley Cup semifinal matchup between the Tampa Bay Lightning and New York Islanders all tied up at 2 games apiece, the series shifts back to Tampa for Game 5 tonight, and Lightning center Tyler Johnson says,
well, now it's best of 3. But I try to learn from our mistakes, be ready to play a full 60 minutes. You get that home ice back, and, we got to use it to our advantage.
It's Game 5 between the Lightning and New York Islanders coming up from Tampa tonight. I'm Jason Barringer.
And our news time here is 8:43, and we'll have weather and traffic together for you next.
$8:44 the time right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's the Monday edition. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
We don't see any accidents on our major highways. Everything looking clear this morning. The Stewart area, the Port St. Lucie area, US 1 looking fine. All the way from Fort Pierce on down to Hope Sound. Everything clear on your Monday morning traffic. That's your latest look at traffic. We have a clear sky in Port St. Lucie, 78, and a warm 86 in Glendale, Arizona. Here's more on our forecast at WPTV.
Happy Monday, sunshines, waking up to temperatures in the mid to upper 70s under partly cloudy skies. This afternoon, highs reaching the low 90s, a mix of sun and clouds, and a 50% chance for scattered late-day showers and thunderstorms. Tomorrow, highs in the low 90s with a 40% chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Wednesday through Friday, hot and humid weather continues. Highs in the upper 80s, feeling like the mid 90s with that humidity. We'll see morning coastal showers followed by afternoon inland showers and thunderstorms.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
It is 8:48 on the Get Up and Go show, and I think we do the fastest 3 hours of radio in history, Bonnie.
Yeah, it just always seems like it goes very fast. But I think the person that does like the fastest hour is at our sister station with Cliff Desmond and the Swap Shop.
Oh, yeah.
That hour seems to just fly right by, and particularly for like the ones that do that show too, for Cliff, and once in a while I hear G or Ray over there filling in.
Yeah.
You're constantly writing and
That's a tough
thinking
one.
and conversing, and that's got to be like a really fast hour of radio
Yeah, that's
too.
definitely a tough one, without a doubt. We have a phone call. Hi, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, guys. How are you all doing?
Oh, hey, old man. How are you? Thanks so much for calling. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah. You know, I was thinking, well, Edna's up the tree with a bear.
Wait. Edna's where?
Edna's up a tree. A bear chased her up there. I told her leave it alone, but you know, what can I say?
Why don't you go help her instead of talking to us?
She'll be okay.
That sounds like a call for the authorities.
Yeah, really. The bear police.
Somebody
Well,
get Bear Patrol.
She need a timeout anyway.
Oh, geez, you're brutal this morning, old man. Wow.
Well, think about brutal. I want to challenge Bonnie to a Sloganoff. We haven't did that in a long time.
Oh, Sloganoff.
Oh, nice idea. That's always fun to play.
Okay, you want to challenge Bonnie to Sloganoff. All right, let me pull up my my stuff here.
You miss that game, don't you? Don't you, old man?
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
There's
so-
a lot of things I miss in life.
Okay, let me spin the wheel and let me see who's going to go first. Here we go. All right. Wheel's got Bonnie's picture on it and the old man's picture on it. And we're going around and round and round. And oh, it looks like it stopped on the old man this time. Okay. All right, old man. So you get to go first. You will. I will say the slogan, and you will tell me the product and or business or whatever it is that goes with it. Okay. Each correct answer is worth a point, and you have a possible chance to make 10 points. And if you get all 10 correct, there'll be a super duper prize for you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Is that someone to help Edna tree?
No, that's the booby prize.
Maybe some bear repellent to get that bear down.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Bare
Old,
necessity.
here, there you go. All right, here we go, old man. Your first slogan. This is classic edition. Do the do. Do the do.
The Mountain Dew.
Correct. You've got a point.
I'm sure you had some yesterday, old man, with
Okay.
Father's Day and everything.
I got some right in my hand now.
All right, very good. All right, here we go,
I'm
old
doing a
man.
do.
Here's number 2. Snap into a blank blank.
Snap into Snapple.
Snap. All right, let me read it to you one more time. Let me read it to you one more time. Snap into a blank blank.
Oh, I know this one. Oh,
5 seconds.
oh, snap. Oh, gosh. Somebody hit me.
Yep, somebody hit you upside the head. All right, Bonnie, what do you think it is?
Snap into a Snapchat.
Oh,
Incorrect.
Slim Jim.
Correct.
Oh, good job.
But you guessed wrong before.
Oh,
I know.
So you can't get any points, but you still retain control.
that slogan, does it make sense? Snapping into a Slim Jim?
That's what
Sometimes-
the Macho Man Randy
The
Savage
Macho Man.
from
Yeah.
Okay.
the world of
Ooh,
professional
yeah.
wrestling. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. Old man, once you pop, you can't stop. Classic slogan. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Sugar Pops.
Another good guess.
Incorrect. Bonnie?
But I think it's Pringles.
Correct.
Because whenever I pop them, I can't stop.
There
I'll
you
eat
go.
the whole darn thing.
All right, Bonnie, you're in control here. The game is tied 1-1. Just for the taste of it.
Folgers?
Folgers?
Folgers? No.
Incorrect. Old man, what do you think it is?
Just for, I know this. Just for the, oh my goodness.
Just for the taste of it. What do you think it is?
Oh.
5 seconds.
Is he sharpening up his taste buds
He
now?
is, because he can't seem
I
to
got
guess what
I
it
got a
is.
brain fart.
It's Diet Coke.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Let me see. Who still has control
I
here?
think it would be my turn.
Yes, Bonnie, you still have control here. All right. Dangerously cheesy. Dangerously cheesy.
Dangerously cheesy.
Yes, dangerously cheesy. What do you think it is?
Cheetos. First
Cheetos
thing that comes to mind.
Correct.
Oh wow.
Okay, score is 2-1. Bonnie's in the lead, and she has control. Now we're going to the modern edition of Sloganoff, Bonnie. Okay.
What?
The modern edition.
Oh, okay.
Yes, modern edition. Okay, here we go, Bonnie. 2-1. You're in charge here. You have control. Smile blank has you covered. Smile blank has you covered.
What would have you covered with that smile on? ADT.
ADT.
Yeah, the security system.
Oh, okay. All right. Incorrect.
Okay.
Okay, old man, what do you think it is?
Say it again. Smile. What got you
Smile
covered?
has you smile blank has you covered.
I don't know. Crest. Toothpaste.
Correct. You got it right.
Good job.
Wow. That was a great guess.
That really was.
That was a great guess.
Crest
All right.
has you covered.
2-2, and the old man now has control. Here we go, old man. Let's get you taken care of. Let's get you taken care of.
Ooh, a massage. Bonnie, there you go.
Incorrect. Bonnie, what do you think it is?
That would take care of it. Let's see. Let's have you taken care of.
Let's get you taken care of.
Get
It's the
you
slogan.
taken
Yes.
Care of. What in the world would that be?
Mhm. Let's get you taken care of.
Wow. I'm gonna say
5 seconds.
Pepsodent.
Pepsodent? Incorrect. It is Discount Tire.
I just thought I'd mention another toothpaste in the crowd.
That's okay. All right, old man, you still have control. Here's your next clue. Fearless in my skin. Fearless.
What?
Fearless in my skin.
Fearless in my skin.
I think that would be Edna.
Yeah.
She's getting chased up a tree by the bear. She's pretty fearless.
What do you think it is, old man? Fearless in my skin. 5 seconds.
Ponds. Beauty.
Oh, you're
Oh,
close.
that's so good.
You're close, Bonnie.
I'm thinking all May.
Oh, you're so close. Olay body.
Olay.
Olay body. Olay. Olay. All right.
Oil of Olay. I
Oil of
remember my
Olay.
grandma used to use that. Yes.
All right, here we go. Back to the old man. Kick pain in the blank. Now, don't be nice. Be nice. This is a family show. Kick pain in the blank.
In the arse.
No.
Tylenol.
Incorrect. Bonnie, what do you think it is?
I don't know if it makes any sense, but kick pain in the gain, like gain dryer sheets. See, I make no sense.
That's a good one. It's Aspercream.
Ooh, I was kind of close.
Aspercream.
There's some pain.
Yes. All right, last one. We're still tied 2-2.
Wow.
All right, this is for the win, old man.
Okay.
Not sorry. Not sorry.
Not sorry.
Not
That's
sorry.
The game, sorry.
No, just not sorry. It's a slogan.
Not sorry.
Not sorry. 5 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
Time up. Bonnie?
Not sorry is a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Correct.
Because
Wow.
I just
stole that from me.
I
And
just
see,
thought
Bonnie
that
can't
was-
see my screen because she doesn't even have her glasses on. So she can't see my screen. Everything is a blur. It's just a bunch of yellow blobs. So she can't cheat.
because I put
Blind in one eye, can't see out the other.
I put one of those really thick Reese's peanut butter cups in Gary's Father's Day bag yesterday,
Mhm.
and I think the display while I was shopping by it said "not sorry." That's why I
Oh, wow.
remembered. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And,
Well,
good job, Bonnie.
Bonnie's our winner
You
this
too.
week of
That was
Slogan Off.
close.
So, old man, got a question for you. How was your Father's Day? What did you do this past Father's Day? Tell me. You got a boatload of kids, so what'd they do for you?
What'd they do for me?
Yeah.
Sent me more money to go keep on my trip.
Oh, okay. That was nice.
Money's always good to get.
Did you see the kids or the grandkids at all this weekend for Father's Day?
On FaceTime's about it,
Uh-huh.
That's it. Since we're traveling,
Okay.
Did they send you any Old Spice through the mail?
Oh my gosh, Old Spice.
Old Spice. How did you know that?
It's the new Spice now, I thought.
My dad used to wear Old Spice in that
know.
like off-white looking bottle with the red and blue letters, and it had the little gray. What the heck?
And it used to be sitting
The
on
Old
his.
Spice song.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right. Did it used to sit on his dresser and then you would go
It did.
sniffing?
Yes, I did.
Me too.
I'll admit that.
I don't know why, but I was doing that too.
I'll never forget. I knocked it off the dresser once, and it went everywhere. And it smelled like you have no. I mean, it smelled great, but it stunk up the place. Anyway, hey, old man, thanks for checking in. Say good night, old man.
Okay. Good night, old man.
All right, that's the old man down the road, of course. Been following me for over 30 years, and he's still going strong at 90-something years old.
Right on.
Unbelievable.
Oh.
Folks, remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
And get a Reese's peanut butter cup today, and don't be sorry.
That's right. Don't be sorry. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next, and we'll be back in about 21 hours. Bye-bye for now.